Hey guys, what's going on? It's Adrian Lopez with Real Estate Mississauga. I hope you guys are all safe and doing well. Now, as we all know, the government has slowly started to ease restrictions around COVID-19 social distancing measures and has slowly started to open the economy back up as we see many people back out on roads again. So I thought what a great time now, especially with all the uncertainty going on amongst the situation, to provide you with a quick update in regards to what the real estate market looked like in 2008 versus today. Now, this is just a snapshot, but I wanted you to see the facts. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, so first is the average price point and the amount of equity that most people had in their homes in comparison again today to 2008. So back in 2008, before we saw the crash in January back in 2008, the average price point here in Toronto was roughly $403,000. Okay, a year later, that next January, it dropped already to around $366,203. Okay, huge difference. Now, just so you have a better idea and perspective, as of right now here in Toronto, $987,000 here in Toronto, the average price point. By June of 2013, it had already gone up to $577,891,000. Okay, so now why am I saying this? Number one, so you have the reality of the numbers, but number two, a lot more people who lost their house back then ended up buying probably before this point, or if not, soon after. So that tells you people now, on average, are sitting on way more equity than they were back in 2008. So that puts you in a better position. Now, we know the average Torontonian is equity rich, cash poor, most cases. People who've owned property for a while, people who are some of the boomers and things of that nature. So I know from that standpoint, we're in a bit better of a position because as we get down later into the interest rates, we are seeing people refinance and seeing people being in a more stable position if something comes or if there is a big recession or we do take another hit. Okay, that's the first one. Now here's the second one, the average interest rate, which I just alluded to. Okay, so back in 2008, we were at about 5.75%. Today, we are anywhere from 2.45 to 3%. That is very, very good for people who are looking to buy and those people who are looking to refinance in a better position because they could refinance, take advantage of that low rate and pull some equity out and have some cash and sit on it, okay? This also stimulates the market more. It keeps it moving more. It raises affordability for a lot of people and the ability to be able to pull more money out and get a better payment allows more Torontonians and people in general to purchase a house and inspires more confidence. Moving along, all right, inventory levels, okay? One of the main things we saw back in 2008 was every street, every block had 10 homes for sale, which tells you there were a lot more homes for sale because we saw almost 8 months of inventory. Now, to give you a perspective of that, for the market to be normal, there should be anywhere between 6 to 12 months of inventory. That makes it an even playing field for the buyer and the seller. Anything less than 6 is considered a seller's market. Anything greater than 6 is considered the buyer's market. So with this 4 to 8 months of inventory that we see back here in 2008 compared to the normal 1 to 2 to 2.5 months of inventory here in Toronto, that gave buyers much more power and control in the markets, especially back then. There was a lot more supply. Unlike today, there's barely any. So that puts the market in a little bit of a better position because when we see a saturation of homes for sale, this could really negatively affect the market and consumer confidence. Okay, so here's another one with this whole situation. We're actually seeing the government, local and federal step in and aid. Adjustments being made to loans in order to facilitate and lessen the blow of what's going on. Whereas in 2008, nobody really cared. It just bottomed out, the markets crashed, everyone kind of wiped their hands clean and moved on. The fact that the government, local again and national, is stepping in, that's great. That gives you a load of confidence as a consumer or professional because you know that they care and are doing something in order to mitigate the situation that again is full of uncertainty. So moving forward, what do I think? Well, I think that this situation will blow over a bit easier because of some of these measures that we have seen here in place. I think we will have a recession because for a long time the markets have been going up and it can't sustain that, right? We have to hit a point, like every business, it goes through cycles. So I think we've kind of peaked out. It may dip, however, I don't see an extreme dip like 2008. Now, if we do stay quarantined and more people do lose their jobs and things drag out for months and months and months, it's possible that it may happen, right? However, I'm a little bit more confident with what's going on that we're going to see a little bit of a normalizing. My prediction personally is going to be we'll see a slight recession. We may see prices go down. As far as percentage, I don't know, maybe 10, 20, or 30%, who knows? But let's say prices do go down 30%. At an average price point of 988,000, we're looking at roughly what? 300,000, so that would put us at around 688,000, which is still above what that 2008 peak was. And that's just the worst case scenario for me. It could be worse, but even then, I don't think it's that bad compared to 2008. So if I'm going to compare both, I'm going to say that 2008 was much worse. And now at the very least, we are a little bit more prepared for what can happen. The government has stepped in, so let's buckle up. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope I answered most or all of your guys' questions. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you can always reach out to me, and I hope you enjoyed the video.